150 seats will decide the outcome of this election, and they're right behind me. To win, you need 76, and last time that's what Anthony Albanese and Labor did. But only just. They hold 78 seats, so not a lot of room to move. The Coalition are a fair way back on 57 seats, and in between them are the crossbenchers, who could be the kingmakers if neither side can get to that majority line. For Labor, the path is simple. Hold their seats and hold on to power. For the Coalition, it's a tougher task. They need to find 19 seats, but opinion polls suggest that there could be a swing in their direction. And their path could begin in the outer suburbs of major cities, home to some of the safest Labor seats in the country. But here in the mortgage belt, Peter Dutton is hoping that cost of living anger can deliver a breakthrough, and his path could begin in the outer suburbs of Melbourne. Labor's Red Wall, where the Coalition is targeting seats like Hawke, McEwen, Dunkley, Holt and Bruce. And there are similar seats in Sydney, including Werriwa and Macquarie. Win those 7 and the House starts to look a whole lot tighter. Next, we can turn to the middle suburbs of cities, where there are a number of seats that Labor holds on thin margins that have often been won by the Coalition. Middle-income seats, like Aston and Chisholm in Melbourne, and Parramatta, Reid and Bennelong in Sydney. Win those 5 and things get tighter again. Next, we can turn to regional centres, and in particular to the New South Wales Central Coast, the epicentre of the energy debate, where Labor holds 5 seats by thin margins, all of them firmly in play. And finally, we can look to Perth, where Labor picked up multiple seats in a landslide the last time around. Win back just 2 or 3 of those, and the Coalition would have enough for a majority. Now that's a lot that has to go right. And meanwhile, there are plenty of seats that Labor has in its sights. For example, the Melbourne seats of Menzies, Deakin and Casey were held by the Liberals on razor-thin margins the last time around, and Labor is targeting them this time. There are also the Tasmanian seats of Bass and Braddon, the Adelaide seat of Sturt, and the North Queensland seat of Leichhardt. All of that is enough on a good night for a comfortable Labor victory. Of course, there's something missing from this story. More than ever before, elections are not just fought between the 2 major parties. Perhaps the biggest story of all last time was the rise of independents and Greens. And that's going to be a story again. Labor will be fighting the Greens in Brisbane, while the Liberals will be fighting Teal independents in Melbourne and Sydney. Meanwhile, there are new crossbench challenges popping up all over the country. That means we could end up in a situation where nobody gets to a majority. That's a hung parliament, and it would require the major parties to deal with the crossbench to find a way forward. So many seats, so many stories to watch. This is going to be some election.